Hello, how are y'all? Let's see, make sure that. I guess I need to turn off one of the lights because the stream always makes it look weird. Makes me look weird, rather. Hello, Lady B, how are you? Don't mind me, guys. I just finished recording the Earth signs zodiacs for today. I'm in the process of uploading them, so I might be a little bit distracted randomly as I get that situated, but y'all understand. Alright, let me also do a quick post real quick. Also, I need to like open up. I am so unprepared. I need to open up my stream as well so I can see y'all's comments. Alright, let's see. Oh, I also need music. I am so unprepared for this live stream. Hello, Maddie. It's funny you say that, Maddie. Whenever I responded to one of your comments last night, I was thinking about that. And so like I guess you're almost like inadvertently one of the reasons why I wanted to do another live stream during the day, just so I could like you're about to ask about music, yeah. I really that's like something I really want to at some point do. I want to find an artist. Make sure this is fine. I want to find like an artist to. Hello, Mario. How are you? To like like music. I don't know what the word for it. Like a music producer or someone that just like does like good like ambient like lo-fi, some type of. Y'all know what I mean. I want to be able to like work with somebody and do like some nice background music that I can have for my videos, and also just say so I can play on live streams, so I don't have to find random copyright free music. All right. Now, one last thing I have to do. Hey girl, how are you doing, Unique? I'm doing one last thing and then I promise y'all, you'll have my attention. I'm like, you can't see it, I guess. I just now realized you can't see it. I have my laptop right here and I'm like finagling with some things. But we are now, as I have some cards fly out as well. But now I am wrapping that up and you guys have, I'm like creating a, there. And now we can hang out. Alright. Alright, so you guys, first and foremost, let me know where y'all are from while I shuffle these cards. Let me know where you're from. If you've eaten today, that's always like my thing. I like to know what everyone has eaten for the day. I haven't eaten anything yet. I don't know if I will. I might just fast today. Maryland. I think you're the first person that I know from Maryland, Unique. London, UK. Currently, I want to be in the UK so badly. UK or Europe, Los Angeles. Currently eating buckwheat noodles and kale. That sounds really good. I've never had buckwheat noodles. Los Angeles. NC rare steak pho. Nice. Ooh, ladies eating good. It's cold here too, so pho would be lovely. I was thinking about making a vegetable soup, like a giant vegetable soup tomorrow, to have for a few days. Because tomorrow I get my, tomorrow I go to the barber because I only go to the barber so much, not like every 2 weeks, because I don't like, no one asked for this, but like I don't like to do my own facial hair. And so, that's really why I go to it, because like you can tell how long it's been since I go to the barber, because I just progressively look more and more gruff. Hello, Clay. How are you? I love rainy, dreary days, lady. But those are honestly the best to have like pho, right? You can have fun. Yeah. See, I'm a blanket. I mean, as you probably can tell, like, I am a blanket person. Like, I was telling my friends the other day, like, I have like 8 blankets that I use, and I just like being cozy. I like being surrounded by stuff. All right, let me close this out real quick. Make sure that my video is uploading. It is. Okay. My cats. Yeah, she's so precious. I have in my videos that are going up today, the earth signs for the weekly readings. She's in my intro, and I think in some of the thumbnails. I have to still make them. Oh, the pillows. Oh, the pillow. The pillows. Yeah, this one's a kitty. She's knocked over right now. And then this one's a bear, actually. A rainbow bear. Alright, I'm gonna shuffle one other deck. Before we get into this. Ugh. Alright, y'all. If you're just looking for a general reading, let me know. But if there is a question you have, if it's pertaining to a person, let me know now so I can choose someone. You found me through my Leviathan one? Yeah, Maria, that's awesome. I enjoyed doing the Leviathan one, but I know some people weren't too happy with it just because, which is just inevitable. I mean, I don't care, right? But, I can kind of always tell the people that, like, will go to readings just to, like, be told stuff that make them feel good, rather than to have readings be a way to, like, gain perspective. Because, like, some people just, like, responded negatively and just, like, this isn't my story. And I was just like, well, I'm not saying it is, because it is a general reading, but at the same time, like, it's always one of those things that, like, you notice as, like, a reader now that I do them on YouTube. Like, there's always, like, there's, like, people will just receive a reading in interesting ways. I always know more so, like, I can kind of anticipate when people are gonna react not too hot, and it's always like such a small margin. Like, I really such a small margin, and even if it wasn't, like, was a large margin, it's one of those things of just being like whatever. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed the Leviathan one. I enjoy readings that make you look, self-reflect, and, like, because that's how you really get improvement in your life, right? That's how, when, like, you're made to brought awareness to things that you may not have been aware of were issues. Hello, Taco Cat. I'm glad you liked it though, Mario. That makes me happy. Alright, unique. There's a Scorpio that I continue to cross paths with but never actually met, but have crossed paths over the years in different cities. Will we ever meet? Let's see. So for the initial spread that I have for you, unique every day, we had the Justice card and the Sun card in the reverse. So this is not really, no, I'm not going by chat order, Taco. I'm just going by who I feel called to. So with the Justice card and the Sun card being in the reverse, also, what does that even mean if I'm not... With the Justice card and the Sun card coming in the reverse, it's not really looking all too hot, I do want to talk about though. Like the Sun card is like the happiest, so when it's in the reverse, it's not really looking too hot. But with the Justice card, that's Libran energy, and I kind of associate this with being a little bit more passive. So when you also have the Two of Pentacles coming in as your third card, I feel like it's one of those things where you kind of have to like someone has to release. I'm not gonna just put it all on you, Unique. But if someone doesn't, my brain, someone needs to take some type of action instead of like juggling with something in their brain about it. So I really, unless like specific action is taken towards it, I don't see it in a way of where like with the Justice card, like the scales being in the reverse, it's letting me know like the scales, it doesn't seem as if it's going to just organically have you guys come together. Does that make sense? See, yeah, the thing is, lady, like I already like know when like if something doesn't resonate with me, like I mean, I watch tarot readers as well, right? And if something doesn't resonate with me, I never, it's weird to me when people like respond aggressively, because it's just like, girl, like this is a general one, and like trying to provide readings to hundreds if not thousands of people in a single video, it's unrealistic, right? So it's weird to me when people say it doesn't resonate, or like when it's like just me talking about like what I see in the cards, right? And like I explain like the process of it, and then someone says it doesn't resonate, or it's like that's not me, and it's like, well. All right. My cards just go all over. So there was somebody else that, all right, Maddie, because Maddie was one of the main reasons why I was inspired to do a reading during the day. Hello, Sarah. Let me do a general for Maddie. And the music's not too loud, right? I always ask that initially, just to like double check. Yeah, but it's always important to never take it personal, right, lady? It's never a thing where I genuinely don't, it doesn't, like that. Here's the thing, even when someone tries to like leave hate in any type of way, I always make light of it, and I always find it more amusing, because it's just like, I'm the kind of person that's like, even with like I said it the other live streams, like whether you give me a like or you dislike, or whether you comment something positive or a negative, like YouTube sees it the same and just sees it as engagement. So I'm just like, arguably people who don't like me and like don't like my readings give me more support than like just like the silent supporters, right? Which no, I'm a silent supporter as well, so there's nothing against those who don't, but it's, you know what I mean, where it's just like, if you don't like something, like why you're inadvertently helping them. So like that's how I always view it, because like I always know, like I'm not, like it's unrealistic to think that a reading's going to resonate with everybody. Like it's just so unrealistic, right? No, the readings don't cost, Lulu. I just go with whoever I feel called to in the chat whenever I ask. So basically how it works for anyone that's new, I just go with whoever I feel called to at the time in chat. I will ask randomly for those to just give me like a reminder that if they're waiting for a reading. Whenever I ask it, that's when you repeat yourself. But if you're just spamming my chat repeating the same question, I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to pick you. I'm more so going towards people that are interacting with the chat as well, and not just like spamming with the same question and not interacting at all, because that's part of the purpose of this. Is just like, if you want just readings, I have like 100 readings that I upload a month, right? This is more so just like an interactive and what have you. So, all right, Maddie, for you, we have your first row being Four of Earth, King of Water, and the Balance card. You know that I am gay. I mean, I don't think I ever, like... made it a secret, but I'm glad you have eyes. Anyways, let's get into this. Like, see, it's always stuff like that. I'm just like, okay, like, do you have anything to say besides that? Like, do you think that's gonna impact me? So let's get into it for you, Maddie. This card, Four of Earth, this is usually a card. Um, this is kind of like one of those things where it's giving me a heads up where usually when I see, because you have it twice, whenever this card will come out as the Four of Pentacles, this is where I usually call it like the sitting duck energy. But when you have it coming in twice and it's first started with this Four of Earth, this is usually a card where it's talking about good investments. And the clarifier that I pulled with it was the Ten of Pentacles. Now, tens talk about the completion of a cycle, so I do feel like this is kind of like giving you like a foreshadowing of something coming into fruition for you in a positive way. I'm just now thinking about that person saying I can tell you're gay as I'm like holding these tarot cards with these nails. Like, what gave it away? Like, anyways, honestly, guys, it doesn't bother me. I really find it more funny than anything. I'm a child of the internet, so please, I make jokes that like deprecate myself more than that. So, just such a silly thing to say. With the Ten of Pentacles coming in, with that Four of Earth, I feel like it's talking about something that you've been actively investing energy into is finally coming into completion. Yeah, that's really what it is. Like, what gave it away? My intro that says, "Hey, girl," like, tell me, like, break it down for me, baby. Like, at what point? Like, what? So, yeah, this first row, really good for you, Maddie. King of Water with the Four of Pentacles. As if I'm making it as it's gonna be on my mind. I'm gonna be laughing about it all day because it's just like it's so silly. God bless. So, King of Water with the Four of Pentacles. This is usually King of Water is one of those things where I feel like when you have it paired with the Pentacles, I don't know if you're actively trying to, this could be a two-way message of if you're trying to manifest, water is for the cups, so you're trying to actively manifest some type of relationship in your life, or if you're trying to manifest, because when it comes to foundational energy, like this is just something that's in like what's happening in your now, Maddie. This is usually, um, yeah, it's just think about what it is that you're actively manifesting in the current, but usually when you have a bunch of pentacle cards, it does talk about finances in some type of way. But when you have it as with the King of Water, I really do feel like this is more so you just opening, like, I feel like your heart chakra is opening up a little bit more, your heart chakra and your throat chakra. Um, with the balance card with your last row, with the balance card, Zadkiel, and the Wheel of Fortune, I think it's kind of just like one of those like satisfying readings of where like things are just like coming into completion. It's one of those satisfying things. Hello, tell me a story from Paris. Hello, Natalie. So with these two cards coming in, this is kind of it's like one of those like satisfying feelings of where you see like a flower like blooming entirely. Does that make sense? Like I feel like things are just and how like things are coming off energetically through tarot for you, Maddie. It just seems as if you're in a situation where you're on the right path and things are just once the blessings start coming, I feel like you're going to find like a lot more blessing, like things just really working out for you for a while. Like it just seems like things are finally coming into completion in the best way. It's almost like you're finally like collecting the harvest, if that makes sense. All right, let's see. Also, speaking of which, let me share this with my live stream with my Twitter friends today. I never share on my Twitter. Oh, you're starting a business? Okay, yeah. That makes sense. That's awesome, Maddie. All right, can I see you better than before and Sarah? Can everyone else also let me know in chat if you're waiting for a reading? Ooh, how'd that go, Mario? Hello, Moss. How are you? Hello, Alien Star Natasha. Hello, Connie. All right. All right, Michelle. I can call you Michelle, but I can't know your name until you let me know, right? I just see Moss 78. Hello, Nosley. All right, so I'm going to be doing Sarah. What does Scorpio feel towards Sarah? Capricorn, there's a possibility to turn his feelings into love from me. Let's see. Hello, Dark Flower. Avni, there isn't a list. I just go with whoever I feel called. All right. So for you, Sarah, Scorpio feel towards Sarah, Capricorn, is there a possibility? We have the Justice card, the Magician card, and Five of Earth. So the Five of Earth is talking about your fear surrounding this connection. Michelle, also, did you just want a general reading? I'm not doing it right now, but I just wanted to like make a mental note if there was something in specific you wanted, or if you wanted a reading as well. So the Five of Earth is addressing like that foundational energy when it comes to this connection towards the Scorpio, right? When you have the Justice card and the Magician card, I'm gonna pull a couple of cards as a clarifier. Okay, I see this going in a positive direction, right? So let me break this down for you. We have the Justice card and the Two of Swords. So this is what's kind of like balancing this energy right now. I see balancing, but it's not really like a word in terms of Mavi, you can ask a question, but you keep on asking the same question. Now, with the Justice card and this card coming in, this is kind of like a guarded energy. So this could be you or your person. I kind of suspect with both people. I'm just giving you a hard time, Mavi. So with these two cards coming in, it's one of those things where you're being like both energies being guarded, and so I would say this needs to come into a balance. This both parties can't be guarded in this because I feel like there's like a mirroring of sense in a sense coming in for both sides where both parties are seeing like the other side being guarded in some type of way. So it's just like that back and forth. So it's one of those things that where it's like if you started showing some softness towards them, they would receive that as well. I'm sorry, Sarah. I'm only able to speak in this type of speed because I do want to get more people. You can check out. I always save my live stream so you can check it out later so you can play it back. But I'm not trying to be rude, but this is more so like I need to be able to get as many people as possible, right? With the Magician card, I have the Page of Coins coming in. So this is letting me know like Magician card comes in terms of like actively manifesting, right? It's a really good card to have. Page of Coins is talking about a new beginning, new foundational energy with this person. So really good potential with this, but the Magician talks about action. But read in between the lines with tarot and you kind of can presume that you're being told to like this person's mirroring you, so if you receive them in a softer way or you present yourself in a softer way, that they would reflect that as well, because I do feel like mirroring's happening in terms of this connection for you. But I'm sorry if there was if you couldn't understand it all, Sarah. I do like you can just play it back, but if I were to go any like too much slower, I would be a little nervous about getting as many people as possible. So hello, Merida. You would love to know if you have a new beginning approaching after this cycle's ending, Natasha. Yeah, I'm sorry, Sarah. I really don't mean, I hope it doesn't come off as rude for what I was saying. I do understand that I speak really quickly, so it's something that I do try to work on, but I speak even quicker in live streams just because I want to get to a bunch of people. So I don't take offense by it. I know I speak really quickly, Sarah, and when I get a little bit carried away, but yeah, hopefully hopefully you can find it in the playback, and I hope the message resonates. Yeah, it is cold. I think it's like low 30s right now. I'm doing pretty good. All right, the Justice card is insistent on coming out for you, Natasha. So, the Justice card came in twice for you. I looked at it the first time, and then I continued shuffling, but it was insistent on you coming in for you. We have the Ten of Air. I'm gonna read off these cards, so you know I'm not being biased in your question, right? This card says the end of a difficult situation, embrace the change, and expect things to get better now, right? So this is already like, I'm reading off the card so you know I'm not just like telling you what it is that you want to hear. Like the literal card is the representation of that. With the Six of Air as well, things are looking up, the end of a difficult situation, and taking a trip. So again, like I'm not making I read these cards so you know that I'm not just saying it for you, right? That's why I love this deck, because it's like showing to me, like showing you that I'm not like, right? So when you take it, when you have that literal of a in-your-face affirmation, I forget your name, Natasha. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name properly. When you have those like in-your-face like cards like that giving you that kind of affirmation, you can kind of anticipate that's how the energy is going to be and how it presents to you. It's going to be very in-your-face like that, right? So I'm really excited to see how things will pan out. I'm gonna pull a couple more cards to see if we can get any type of detail. So here's the thing. With this Justice card coming in, I kind of suspected this energy, but I didn't want to... now that I'm paying it, y'all keep mentioning it, so now I'm seeing it. I'm looking like a full-on, like, dungeon dragon now. With this Justice card coming in, what came to mind when I held the card up initially, but I didn't really want to feed energy into it, was that someone kind of, like, getting what they deserve. Not you. Like, I kind of feel like some type of karma is coming into play. Two of Swords comes in with the Eight of Cups, where it's kind of like asking you to be the bigger person and to walk away from something. Even though it seemed like to other people's perspectives, it seems like you would be the one making a mistake in some type of way. But I feel like that Spirit more so just trying to give you affirmation that like you are on your path, and don't allow other people to dissuade you right now, because you have a lot of good things heading towards you, rather. All right, I need to take a pause real quick, you guys, because this is the life of someone that uploads like 5 videos a day, where I'm having to multitask. So I'm uploading, one of my videos just uploaded, so I'm uploading my last one for the earth signs for the weekly reading for today. And I just need to do a couple clicks real quick so I can get that loading. All right. One of the readings, this is the Capricorn one, I was like in the middle of doing it, like 6 minutes into the reading, and because like I do this on my phone so I see myself, and like right in the middle of like the reading, I just like was staring at my phone, and it just like crashed, like it just imploded basically, and I was just like, oh, okay. And I checked to see if it saved, and then of course it didn't look like it did. But then after I re-recorded the reading, and I was uploading it onto my laptop, randomly the other old clip popped up. As like after I finished it, I was like, well, that doesn't do me any good, because if it just saved before, I could have just like recovered the spot that I was at and through iMovie magic, no one would have been the wiser, but alright. Publishing that one. Alright, you guys. So, Jacqueline, I would just like to know if there's a future for Greg and I. How do I pronounce your name? Chinook? I'm really not being trying to be disrespectful. Chinouk. If you are okay with it, could you let me know how to pronounce your name? Thank you, Maddie. I I randomly taught myself how to do I never could do like the bridge before on cards until kind of recently when I did the zodiacs. I always did this method. Sorry if you fall off here. Dysphorphia. Yes, I'm still doing readings. Sasha. Yes, Tree Marie. Earlier live stream. I'm gonna be trying to do these more often because I really do enjoy doing these live streams. I have Thoth cards, Clay, but Thoth cards, I can't think of. I like to view tarot cards as like personalities, like different energies or like personalities meshing well together. Like these two really go well together. The Necronomicon one kind of is like its own lone existence. Like I wouldn't really try to mix these two together. So when it comes to like the Thoth one, I don't know how to really like incorporate it with any of the decks or oracle decks that I have. It doesn't really mesh well. All right, so let's see. Can I just have like a long list now of anyone that's still waiting for a reading so I can make my next choice? Mavi, this is where I'm going to be honest here. This is where I'm going to have to give a little bit of tough love. Some of my friends here have been into several of my live streams. I haven't gotten to them yet. So it's nothing personal. I just go with people who I feel called to in the moment. I don't force things, right? If you're wanting like a specific, like my attention in a reading, you're more than welcome to giving me some money at that point, right? But this is more so for the intent of like connecting with people and giving messages when I feel called to it. So I'm sorry if you feel ignored. It's not my intention. But yeah. If you're patient with me, I will be patient with you, sort of thing, right? But I do understand everyone's just excited to get a reading done, right? Let's see. I'm gonna be doing Dark Flower. General reading for Dark Flower. Yeah, dysphorphia. I got them done yesterday. My old nails were bothering me so much because they're just so overgrown. Yeah. I hope it doesn't sound like being like aggressive with you guys. It's just one of those things where it's like I have to set boundaries so like that way boundaries are always just a little bit uncomfortable to set, right? But like with proper boundaries means I can do this a lot more and we can just have like a fun time, right? But whenever I set boundaries, it's never personal, right? You don't know where boundaries are until it's brought up. All right. All right. I just now realized I need to put chapstick on as well. Apparently now I'm giving a live update of like each thing I'm doing. Thank you guys. I'm always like, that's like what I'm like so in my head about because for so long I've dealt with people saying that I'm extremely intimidating and I come off as like mean or something. And so it's like, I'm self-conscious in how I present myself now because it's like, I really am never like I think people think I'm a lot more mad than I ever actually am. And I'm always like extremely mellow. So when someone just thinks I'm being aggressive and I'm just like, girl, I'm just chilling. And water, gotta hydrate. Yeah, I need to. Right now, I'm thinking about another Red Bull, if I'm gonna be honest. Strong personality, that's really how it is. Right? I don't understand it. When it's always like throws me off guard when people say it. I'm like, oh my goodness. No, that one's meant to be there. Is it? Yeah, it doesn't. It is meant to be there. Hi, Dopaling. So let's get into your reading now, Dark Flower. We have the Dreamer card paired with the Knight of Cups. Now, I don't know your situation, Dark Flower, but I'm only going to just say it once and then not really address it again in the reading. If you are actively trying to manifest someone, or if you are single, this is a beautiful setup for what you want to see in terms of a relationship, right? The Dreamer card is the representation of the Fool in this. So when you have the Fool riding in with the Knight of Cups energy, it would be someone that's being more playful coming in, which is kind of like coming in starry-eyed, right? But that's the only time I'm gonna address that in case you aren't single, and we'll just address it from normal messages now, right? So this is more so just the energy that of like what it is that you're being pushed to do and exude is like taking a leap of faith, which I kind of feel like it is asking for you to do, judging by your other cards, asking you to honor something more fulfilling with yourself. I feel like there's something that you're doing or something that is around you that is not really filling your cup right now. And there's something that you are wanting to do, right? The Fool card usually comes in when someone has a yearning to really do something in their life. And then for your second row, we have the Seven of Air paired with the 7 or 8? 8 of Cups in the reverse. So it's in the reverse, which means the opposite meaning of it, right? So I'm going to hold it upright so you can see it. But the Seven of Air talks about more going on that meets the eye and making some revisions of some type, right? So when you have this paired with the Eight of Cups being in the reverse, normally I'll tell you what the Eight of Cups is usually, and it's like you walking away from a situation that seemingly is good, but you know in your heart of hearts, because this is kind of like the Moon card coming in. Hello, Hez, how are you doing? How are you feeling, Hez? This is like a card of where it's just like you're just going with something that makes sense to you. So when it's inverted like this, there's some type of resistance to change that you're wanting to do, which I guess I would be bold enough to say that's kind of why you're not taking a leap of faith here. And so there's like that sideways energy with the Knight of Cups. Y'all like how I'm twisting my mistake of holding the card sideways and incorporating it into the reading? It's like those readers that end up having like a cough and be like, oh, maybe it's like your throat chakra. No, I'm just giving them a hard time. I do that sometimes as well because, you know, it's intuitive. Listen to me have to defend these people now that I'm making a joke. Regardless, side tangent. Let's get back onto this. So I feel like this is kind of like the energy, like there's some type of resistance towards you taking that leap of faith or what you are choosing to enable you to not take a leap in faith into something. But Three of Water comes in with the Two of Swords in the reverse for you as well. So when you have these two cards coming in, this is kind of like what happens when you finally release this guarded energy, right? When you finally allow yourself, instead of like keeping your arms crossed, you let your arms like fly out. Like, was it Jack and Rose? Did both of them do it? Or was it Rose initially? Is it both of them on the Titanic where they both have their arms extended and they're about to jump off the ship? Well, they didn't jump off the ship, but one of them, you know what I mean, where it's just like instead of keeping your arms closed to it, and being closed off, you open yourself to experiences. You go with what makes sense to you, even if it seems like it's a risky thing, because that is the Fool energy. Like, the Fool doesn't really have any regard to what will happen. The Fool just goes with what makes sense, what resonates with them. Anxiety is not acting up. That's really good. Right? If I was on that ship and I saw them there, honey, Rose would be sinking down into the floor and I would be with Jack. Hello? He was holding her. Yeah, I think it was both, technically. Oh, I appreciate that, Hez. Clay, I don't know if I can, because when I do tarot, it's not just like a textbook. Like, I look at the cards and I'm like, oh, it means that. I know you told me how to pronounce your name, but I know you said it was okay if I pronounce it as Chinook. Chinook. So I'm gonna do your reading next, Chinook. I'm not gonna say your name too much, so I'm not too irritating about it. But yeah, as I was saying, Clay, like I have like an intuitive nature when it comes to the cards. So even though like it seems like there's nothing really going on, there's a lot going on up here. So I don't just do tarot basically like in just like the natural way. I guess there's a lot of other energies incorporated with it. So I could tell you like what the cards mean, but I don't feel like it wouldn't be like a message that I would ever want to like stamp my name behind. Does that make sense? Like it wouldn't have like the same feel or style to it. Actually, we're gonna change up decks. We're gonna use this one and a couple of others. You're logging off. Hello. Oh, have a good one, Unique. Thank you for checking me out and catching me on this live stream. It was kind of unplanned, right? Only like 30 minutes heads up. You have a good rest of your day. Also, now that new people are here, where are y'all from? Let me know if you haven't already answered the question. You spammed your social media? Spain. I used to have a really good friend in Spain. Turkey, Rotterdam. A lot of people from outside of the US, surprisingly, which is really cool. Like, I would love to be anywhere besides the US. I've always, like, enjoyed other countries, but I feel like isn't that how everyone is in their own country? They want to be everywhere else. Chinook, you said it was just a general message, right? Germany. Yeah, I recognize you, Tree Marie. Tampa, Florida, Maryland, Georgia, Vancouver Island, British Columbia. Yeah, Clay, I'm like kind of close to you. Oh, you shared my stream. Thank you, Clay. I think I'm kind of close to you, Clay, because I am on the border of Canada, and I'm like a couple hours away from Vancouver, Canada. We could have sushi together whenever the borders open up and everything calms down. All right. We're going to do... All right, for you, Chinook, we have the Five of Cups, the Judgment card, and then the Eight of Wands. Do I know Woodinville? Is that in Washington? The face I just made. Is that in Washington? So for you, Chinook, we have... Yeah, I already said the cards. There's some type of... I don't know if there's something that you are releasing. I don't think I do. I'm on like the... How close is that to like Bellingham? I haven't gone too far out. Of course, Flower. I hope it was helpful. So for you, Chinook, we have Five of Cups. And with this Eight of Wands, I feel like there's something you're being asked to release. You're being asked to release something. But I think it almost feels as if there's like guilt stopping you from something. Like it's almost like there's a choice that needs to be made, and it's almost as if you don't want to make the decision, even though it would be best for you because of the fact that like what it would mean for other people. Like I don't feel like it would indirectly hurt other people, or if like you just it's one of those things where it's like if you like were working somewhere with a friend, right? But then you had a better opportunity. Well, obviously, you leaving that job isn't like directly hurting that individual. It kind of just bums them out, and I feel like there's like a level of guilt that's happening where it's like a decision. You want to make a decision on something, but guilt and like having like yeah, it's almost as if what is the word I'm trying to say? Like you just don't want to like impact other people's lives, and then so because of that you suppress something with yourself. with that Judgment card. Like you're trying to avoid, not judgment in the literal sense of like being judged, but like you're trying to avoid something that's kind of inevitable almost. We have the Mountain Goat, the Platypus, and the Roadrunner for you. So for here, the Mountain Goat, I'm going to read off each of the cards. We have there's something out of balance in your life, so do whatever you need to do to correct it. This is the clarifier for the Five of... Hello, Dr. Manhattan. How are you? When you have this with the Five of Cups, this is letting me know where it's kind of like you kind of just need to do it, even though it might bring some hurt to other people. Even it might even just hurt you a little bit, but it's one of those things of like pushing yourself out of your comfort zone and doing something that like in your gut of guts resonates with you and makes sense to you. You kind of need to honor that feeling, I feel. I did pull the Stability card for you, 19 equaling to 1. This card is asking you to... This card is kind of like a call for you to reevaluate your space, because when you look at this Cups card, there's 3 cups that have spilled blood on it. So it's one of those things where it's just like a... It's like, you know, letting go of something or someone's is necessary for your stability, but you don't want to do it. But I feel like I mean, obviously you are being pushed to let it go and to, or at the very least, if not letting go, but like grabbing onto something that would empower you regardless of other people's reactions. The Platypus card comes in saying stop complaining and focus your attention on the blessings in your life. So it's one of those things of just being like, almost kind of like, don't cry over spilled milk, don't look at the negatives, the perceived negatives of what would happen through you doing some type of decision that you want to do personally that guilt's stopping you from. The Roadrunner coming in with the Judgment card saying keep your sense of humor and don't take things so seriously. It's kind of like putting it in perspective, right? Let's go along with the analogy of you working with doing like this bakery with your friend, right? You got an opportunity to go on a baking show and then have your own bakery in a sense, rather than helping your friend out with their bakery. Like, realize at the end of the day, yeah, they're going to have to go through their own adjustment period without you, but life isn't that serious, right? Things go on, people get over their feelings, right? Nothing is permanent in that way. So don't, like, honor yourself. That's really what the overall reading is asking you to honor yourself. Dr. Manhattan is everywhere. My phone is at 10%, you guys, so I guess I need to close this live stream out, but I'm going to do a general live reading like I haven't been. I'm going to be doing a general spread for everyone in this stream that's still wanting to receive a message, for those that are interested. I hope that was helpful for you though, Chinook. So for those that are interested, before I wrap up this live stream, before my phone dies, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a spread, so if you're interested in that, you can stick around for that. So that way, even those I didn't get to can get some kind of message. I also am going to be still doing my daily tarot vlogmas at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tonight. So that would be 10 o'clock in Central, 11 o'clock in Eastern. Right now it is 11:50. So it would be about 8 hours and 10 minutes from now, if you, for any other time zone. So, hello, I can't speak. So in 8 hours, I'll be doing another live stream. Same thing with live readings and all that. I really do appreciate you guys hanging out with me, though. It's nice to, like, I'm so grateful for be able to hang out with y'all. And I have, for those that I haven't known, I'm currently uploading, as we speak, your earth signs for the general readings for the earth signs. So that's Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Those are coming up. Y'all should see that in, like, the next hour. Those coming up. And I'm going to be doing more of the monthly recordings for the zodiacs for the month of December today as well. 5 a.m. for Europeans. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's why I did, like, I'm thinking of doing more of live streams one during the day and one at night to get all the time zones. Y'all are so kind to me. Yeah, Capricorn. Capricorn is definitely, Capricorn is the one that I actually had to, like, reshoot. Okay. All right. I don't know if I know that many Capricorns in my life. I know a lot of Scorpios. A lot of Sagittariuses, too. I am a Libra Scorpio cusp. So, I'm October 20th. I'm glad it did, Maddie. Again, you are like literally, I know it probably sounds like a cop out, but whenever I like responded to your comment last night on YouTube, I like thought about that. I was like, I need to just do another one. Hey J Silk, I'm going to be doing a live general reading for everyone that's in the channel. Proud Pisces. I don't know if I know Pisces either. Gemini. You know, I need to stop saying what I don't know because that's just, we're going to quickly realize I have a small social circle because I'm going to be saying it for like every zodiac sign besides like two. All right, sugars, let's get into this. So for the first, there's 3 different rows. Each row can be all coinciding together, but each row could just be for a specific message for each one. We'll see how it is, right? So for the first row, we have 8 of Air. This is a card of someone being afraid of taking action. This is similar to the live stream message from last night, of someone like something that you're refusing to like go forward with and engaging with. And we pulled for the clarifiers the Strength card in the reverse, the Queen of Swords in the reverse, and then the Queen of Coins. So y'all, this is telling me right off the bat, like for those in this row, obviously I didn't say pick a row, so I'm just speaking in this way. For this is letting me know like there's some stuff that y'all have repressed going on that's like you're trapping yourself essentially. And so it's like telling me a storyline being like, let's go along with saying like you feel like you're living in a toxic environment, right? That's what you're feeling trapped in, but you feel like because you're trapped in a toxic environment, you're convincing yourself that you can't make anything of yourself, that you can't make your own money or get your own stability. So when you have the Strength card in the reverse, this is the shadow work card. So when it's in the reverse, you're not wanting to look at something. You're not wanting to look at your ego in something. With this Queen of Swords, this is usually pertaining to people who kind of have adopted a more rough exterior. Now, this is obviously just a random example, but this is kind of someone who would be like wanting to manifest love in their life, but they're wanting like a deep soulmate connection, but their actions and how they present themselves doesn't really make sense because, hello, CM. Don't get caught, but I promise you I'm safe for work. Just show your boss and I can give your boss a reading if they catch you, right? And I'll help you out, right? I'll just be like, I see you giving a promotion to somebody. So yeah, with the Strength card and the Queen of Swords, this would be like someone saying like, I want a relationship, but then you're kind of just like your actions aren't like soft and fuzzy. Your actions are kind of like giving people a hard time, giving them a hard time and being like, you know, making banter, forcing banter rather than allowing anyone to come close to you, right? This is someone that would like only like connect to people in a way where it's just like giving like that self-deprecating sense of humor, or just being like the kind of person that keeps everyone on their toes and being sassy, but deep down they actually want stability. They still want something, but it's like this is almost like someone's defense mechanism to not open up because of like whatever your issues are with the shadow work. So it is heavily encompassing shadow work. Second row, we have Page of Earth, so some type of new foundational beginning for you guys. The clarifiers that I pulled for it was the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Cups again in the reverse, the Moon card in the reverse, and then the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Now, this is talking about Page of Earth, or Page of Pentacles technically, is talking about wanting to do something new, wanting to, so like a new job, wanting a new relationship, just wanting something new entirely. So when you have the Eight of Swords, The Eight of Swords is you're choosing to be blind to something. And it continues on with this narrative with the Moon card and the Eight of Cups being both in the reverse. So it's like you're choosing to be blind towards some type of truth that's being presented to you in your life constantly. So like as an example, like this reading, it would be one of those things of being like, oh, this reading is talking about the red flag that I've been trying to put on the back burner, so let me just close out this reading and saying it's not my reading or something like that, right? You're purposely putting on blinders to something and not wanting to see the truth in something, because if you have to acknowledge the truth in something, that means you would have to walk away from something. Ironically enough, remember earlier I said this card is also kind of like the Moon card in essence. So it's like, again, you're ignoring your gut intuition, you're ignoring what's being shown to you, and you just are trying to be blind towards it. Because the Queen of Wands being inverted, this is kind of like a energy where it's like just you're slowly like killing your light in this situation because you're choosing to just be blind towards it because you just don't want to handle it right now. And then the last row, we have Page of Water. And this is talking about new people entering your life or new fulfillment entering your life, right? The clarifiers I pulled for this were the Star card, the Five of Swords, and then the Seven of Swords. Now, these Swords cards were actually in the reverse initially, and so I am going to bring up in that I feel like this is almost like a separate energy in the sense of some of you guys are not being the bigger person in something and engaging in drama of some sort. So what do I mean by this? Now we have the Page of Water. This could just be signifying a person in your life. So maybe like an ex or maybe like a friend that really isn't like a friend, that is just doesn't do a service to you. There's something that you're engaging in that is just kind of like a distraction. This could even just be like work life gossip, right? There's something that you're just not being the bigger person in and using as a distraction. So let's use something as an example. Let's say it'd be like it would be like me if I entertained like a YouTube troll. That's kind of like that energy where it's just like me feeding, like I decided to just get real triggered at someone trying to say, oh wow, I can tell you're gay, and me honing into that energy and being like back and forth energy instead of just blocking him like I did. That would be me, like if I were to engage in it and just waste my time throughout that day doing that, like it's blocking off like anything coming in. So this is more so like a call out card for some people to, what's the word for it? It's a call out for people to just reevaluate where they're putting their energy, because it's like some people I feel like have forgotten that they're reaching out for big things, that they're aspiring for big things in their life, and so there's some things that they're kind of just engaging in that just isn't of their energy level anymore. Don't sink to people's levels. Don't be enabled by people's low vibrations and feel like you need to match their vibration to put them in their place just because you feel justified. Because even if you feel justified in it, and you very well could be, right? Let's feed your ego and say you are justified. I could have been justified in going off on that person and saying that I look like a gay person, right? Nothing would stop me from it, right? No one's gonna chastise me for going off on that person. But it's like we're not looking at the bigger picture, right? If I spent this entire live stream going off on that person that said I looked gay, it would defeat the entire purpose of what it was I was reaching out for in the stream, which was connecting to you guys, being able to give you guys readings. So it's in that kind of scenario where it's just like, do not allow yourself to be distracted by outside things, because it would just be extremely like you don't want to be juggling too much. So yeah, that is the general reading that I have for everybody. Hopefully that was of resonance to you guys. There's a girl that made I would love a World of Warcraft stack. Oh my goodness. You love the artwork? Yeah, this is the mystical manga. I have it linked in the description, in the first link actually. It's a really cheap deck to have as well. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna close this reading out, but I love you guys so much. Again, thank you for hanging out with me. And again, I'll be seeing you guys, for some of you guys, I guess, in 8 hours. But yeah, let me continue going back to doing some uploads for the YouTube channel. Bye. And now we get to have that awkward moment where I try to close the stream out after I say bye. Oh, this is taking a lot longer. I'm messing it up. Oh. I love you guys.